A lawyer representing alleged victims of Sean Diddy Combs say the current cases against the music mogul are just the tip of the iceberg and that other celebrities will be implicated. Lisa Bloom was speaking to our arts and entertainment correspondent, Katie Spencer.
Diddy faces legal turmoil as his lawyer abruptly quits Sean. Diddy Combs' legal troubles have escalated dramatically following a startling development in court. Renowned attorney Mark Agnifilo, once considered a cornerstone of Diddy's defense, unexpectedly abandoned the case during a court hearing. This shocking move has left the embattled music mogul to navigate the growing chaos on his own. Reports suggest that Agnifilo's departure stems from a loss of confidence not just in the case but, more alarmingly, in Diddy himself. As the legal challenges continue to snowball, the sudden split has raised serious questions about the future of Diddy's defense strategy.
Being another band that the rapper formed called Diddy Dirty Money. Now, in her case, she alleges that she was subjected to inhumane working conditions and had threats made to her life. And Lisa Bloom, who we caught up with in Los Angeles, has been talking to us about how she believes there are hundreds more people she feels that could be making cases who are too scared to speak out. Here's what she told.
For someone who built his career on confidence and control, this development marks a monumental blow. If the very lawyer hired to defend him is no longer willing to stand by his side, it raises serious questions about the strength of his case.
The case that Lisa Bloom is bringing for her client, Dawn Richard. Now, Dawn Richard was in two bands that the rapper helped form. One came out of a reality show called Danity.
As the courtroom drama intensifies, the internet is abuzz over a leaked prison phone call allegedly featuring Diddy. The peculiar conversation has sent conspiracy theorists into overdrive. In the call, Diddy is reportedly heard instructing his son to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. While the phrase might seem harmless at first glance, social media users have been quick to speculate about its possible hidden meanings, adding another layer of intrigue to an already chaotic situation.
The patterns. Whenever you have a serial abuser, they follow a pattern. Harvey Weinstein had a pattern. Sean Combs has a pattern. And with all three of them, the stories are a little different, but the pattern's always the same. Come into my orbit, have a drink, you get woozy, take a rest, wake up to being sodomized. That was the pattern, and it was the same in every single story.
Some have linked the phrase to the infamous Pizzagate conspiracy theory, while others suggest it could be a code for something far more sinister. Whether it's an innocent comment or a cryptic message, the timing couldn't be worse. With Diddy's legal battles escalating, every word he utters, whether in court or over the phone, is being placed under intense scrutiny, adding even more pressure to an already precarious situation.
A discovery hearing is scheduled for today in the federal investigation into allegations against music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. More than 30 lawsuits have already been filed against him alleging assault and rape. 3 separate anonymous suits were filed just last week by men accusing Combs of putting drugs in their drinks and then allegedly raping them. Hip-hop star's attorney says these latest lawsuits are, quote, full of lies. Combs has pleaded not guilty to all the federal charges that are against him.
The leaked call also featured Diddy cautioning against discussing sensitive topics over the phone, further fueling speculation. Critics and fans alike are dissecting every word, with many questioning the meaning behind the mention of pizza boxes. While some dismiss the call as insignificant, others argue it hints at deeper issues, adding yet another layer of intrigue to an already complex and convoluted case.
I look forward to taking Sean Combs' deposition in prison. For one thing, we know where he is. He can't say he's unavailable and out of town.
Lawyer Lisa Bloom is representing this woman, pictured next to Combs here, singer Dawn Richard, a member of 2 bands formed by the rapper.
She alleges that she was groped and grabbed by Sean Combs, that she witnessed him physically assaulting other women, that he restrained her, locked her into cars and other places, falsely imprisoned her. And it was just a really terrifying experience.
As if the situation couldn't get more complicated, a new witness has stepped forward with what could be explosive evidence. Courtney Burgess, a former associate of Kim Porter, Diddy's late ex-girlfriend, claims to possess flash drives containing highly incriminating material. Among the files is reportedly a completed memoir that Kim had been working on prior to her untimely death. If verified, these revelations could further complicate Diddy's already precarious legal standing.
Diddy has just been placed on suicide watch in the New York prison, which has seen multiple deaths in recent years, one through stabbing and numerous through suicide. Some other high-profile prisoners to be kept in there include R. Kelly, Ghislaine Maxwell, and Sam Bankman-Fried. Both prisons are in New York, but the one that Jeffrey Epstein was somehow capable of committing suicide in is in downtown Manhattan.
According to Courtney Burgess, Kim Porter had entrusted her with the responsibility of ensuring that her memoir would be released if anything ever happened to her. The flash drives allegedly contain not only the memoir but also tapes that implicate Diddy and other high-profile individuals in deeply troubling activities.
Every single one of them, after the were threatened. They were threatened with physical harm. They were told, if you do anything, it's not going to be good for you. And Sean Combs is not somebody who runs around with a bunch of choir boys, and those threats are very real to all of these men. One of them knew him from the neighborhood, knew the people he ran with, and knew that these were not empty threats. These were not a bunch of lawyers in offices somewhere. These are guys who can follow through, make your life end, cause you physical harm. So they were terrible.
Homeland Security is even rumored to the situation has escalated further, with authorities reportedly becoming involved after learning about the content of the flash drives, signaling just how serious this case could become. Kim Porter's death, officially attributed to pneumonia, has long been surrounded by speculation, rumors, and unanswered questions. Courtney Burgess's claims add credibility to these suspicions, alleging that the unedited version of Kim's memoir reveals a stark and troubling side of Diddy. The memoir reportedly includes stories of misconduct and manipulation, casting a shadow over Diddy's carefully managed public image. If these revelations prove true, they could mark a pivotal turning point in the case. For Diddy, whose reputation has already suffered significantly, the fallout could be nothing short of catastrophic.
Well, what else are they going to say? They're not going to say they're true. They're going to say the typical thing that's said in every single one of these cases, that these are untrue, it's made up, it's phony, it's just a monetary shakedown. What else can they do? He's sitting in lockup in Brooklyn right now, charged with these very same things. And he really has no defense other than to badmouth the people who are suing him, badmouth the lawyers, and that's what he's doing.
The leaked tapes and memoir notes are not the only issues adding to Diddy's growing troubles. Courtney Burgess has publicly accused Diddy of being directly involved in Kim Porter's death, intensifying the storm surrounding him. Her unwavering belief in his culpability has drawn significant attention. Burgess claims the tapes contain footage from Diddy's infamous parties, alongside other material that could severely damage his already fragile reputation. The timing of these revelations couldn't be worse, coinciding with the apparent disintegration of his defense team.
This morning, watch how federal agents took Sean Diddy Combs into custody. He's seen in this video entering the Park Hyatt Hotel in Midtown Manhattan with others when agents from Homeland Security Investigations approach and separate him. They place Combs under arrest and lead him out the front door in handcuffs. His lawyer said Combs had come to New York 2 weeks earlier with the intention of turning himself in. He did not expect the agents to be waiting at his hotel last Monday.
Agnifilo decision to step away from Diddy's defense has raised eyebrows across the legal community. Legal experts and observers are speculating that the lawyer may have deemed the case unsalvageable. With accusations mounting and public sentiment turning against Diddy, continuing to represent him likely became an untenable position. The loss of his lawyer is more than just a procedural setback. It signals that even those closest to the case recognize the gravity of the situation. Meanwhile, public opinion remains deeply divided. On one side, there are those who view this as the inevitable downfall of a man who once believed himself untouchable. On the other, loyal fans and supporters see it as part of a coordinated smear campaign. However, even among his defenders, doubts are beginning to surface. The sheer volume of allegations, combined with the lawyer's departure and the leaked phone call, makes it increasingly difficult to dismiss the situation as nothing more than rumor or coincidence.
Meet Cassie. See, this is where Diddy's problems started. Cassie was in a relationship with Diddy for 11 years. They split up, and she told Diddy, I'm going to release a book, and it's going to tell everybody everything that you've been up to. You're welcome to buy the rights to the book, but it will cost $30 million. Diddy says, nope, not interested. So Cassie goes to her lawyers and tells him, Diddy don't want to pay for the rights. And they tell her, actually, if we make this a civil case, we will get money in court, millions. They start a civil lawsuit. But the very next day, Diddy pays up and settles the case. The thing is though, a civil case is private. But the feds check the case and they realise, actually, what he has done is definitely a criminal case.
This is not just another celebrity scandal, it's a high-stakes legal battle with serious criminal implications for Diddy. The stakes could not be higher. His empire, legacy, and even his freedom are all on the line. Public opinion is already heavily stacked against him, and with each new revelation, the tide turns even further. Whether he can make a comeback remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: the road ahead is anything but smooth. As the dust continues to settle, Diddy finds himself at a crossroads. The once unshakable mogul now seems cornered, with few allies and even fewer options. If his downfall does come, it will serve as a cautionary tale about power, hubris, and the consequences of a past that refuses to stay buried. The storm is far from over, and for Diddy, the forecast looks bleak. That's all for this video. Stay tuned for more updates. Thanks for watching.